Hi, good morning. First, before I start, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please comment below, let me know how I'm doing, and let me know if there's anything you'd like me to talk about in particular. Right, I've been asked to redo my video that I've done last on narcissism and children and how it affects our relationships with our children. I have found, or I've been told about several cases with where children have been affected by narcissism. Obviously, any child who's growing up in a domestic violence situation is going to be affected. In effect, the child is also experiencing domestic violence because, you know, there is going to be shouting, there's going to be screaming, there's going to be a disruptive environment. You know, the child will always be on high alert, almost like they're being attacked, because they never know what's going to happen. Obviously, they don't want to see parents fighting, they don't want to see siblings fighting, they don't want to see themselves being hurt or abused. So it is a really volatile situation for any child to have to deal with. When you put narcissism into the mix with domestic violence or child abuse or whatever else is going on, it is a really toxic mix because, for example, narcissists will manipulate their own children against their partners. Often you get people will ask, do narcissists actually love their children? And personally, I don't think they do, because children are an extension of them. They believe that children, you know, are there to serve them. You know, children owe them something. You know, it's almost like, you know, we gave birth to our child, so they owe us something now. You know, they have to pay us back for the fact that we gave birth to them, which obviously isn't the case. You know, there are lots of people who are struggling to have children who would be, you know, who would take any child you know, and love them and provide a loving, caring home with them. But abusers and domestic violence narcissists who engage in this kind of behavior don't view their child as a precious gift. They feel that the child owes them something. You know, the child should earn their keep. The child should work for their love and the affection and the attention and the time, which isn't true. You know, children are a gift to anybody. We all struggle with managing work and life, home life. You know, everyone struggles with their own issues. You know, people have a difficult childhood, a difficult background, difficult relationships, you know, so all of this affects your relationship with your child. But when narcissists manipulate their own children against their partners, against, you know, other siblings, often there is a golden child that will be picked to be favored, or you get the scapegoats, who are usually like the black sheep of the family, who are usually blamed and picked on and subjected to a lot of the abuse. Or you get, if you've got the spouses fighting against each other or in a difficult relationship, so the narcissist is abusing their spouse as a victim and, you know, and treating them horrifically, but then they will use and manipulate the children against them too. So they will encourage the child to be horrible to the other spouse, to say things. They will turn them against them. They will say horrible things to the child about that spouse, to say, oh, they do this, they do that, they don't love you, they don't care about you. Or undermining, I found with, say, in my own situation where my spouse would undermine me constantly. So if I was trying to discipline my child, or if I was trying to practice good techniques with him, my spouse would then go and say, it's okay, you don't have to do that, you don't have to listen to her, you know, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or she's crazy. And I would have this constantly, and not just from my spouse. I would get that from my mother, I would get that from my siblings, where my children are constantly pitted against me. So they have, since they've been born, my oldest two children, eldest one is 24 and the second one is 17, have been pitted against me and manipulated against me by both my spouses and my narcissistic mother and my siblings. To the point where my children actually believe that I am crazy, that I'm unstable, that I'm unreliable, that I am attention seeking, that I am making myself out to be a victim in everything, that nothing has actually happened. Like, I've fabricated 41 years of abuse, that my mother isn't toxic with me, that my siblings aren't toxic with me or narcissistic, to the point where I will constantly be blocked by one of my children. If my siblings are contacting him and harassing him about, say, my YouTube videos, and they're not happy with it, he will get fed up with the messages and the complaints and things about my behavior or my videos or things on the content of my video. So then he will go and block me, and he'll shout at me, and he'll tell me off and saying that I shouldn't be doing this, you know, their blood, their family, I should be more considerate, more caring towards them, you know, that should mean something. I'm not sure what it should mean, because for 41 years it's not meant anything to them. If they've been able to abuse me and manipulate me and hurt me and control me, clearly I'm not important to them, so then why do I need to consider them? You know, there is a saying that if people wanted you to say nice things about them, they should treat you nicer. If I was treated nicely by my family, my mother and my siblings, and my spouses, I would be saying nice things about them. The fact that they haven't treated me nicely, the fact that they have been abusive to me and been narcissistic towards me, that's why I'm making YouTube videos. Otherwise I would be making baking videos, or I would be making dancing videos or singing videos. I'm making videos about abuse and narcissism for the main reason that my family have been abusive and narcissistic to me for 41 years. This week, just a few days ago, my second son decided to leave home. So he packed all his bags, he dismantled his bed, his writing desk, and he packed up and he moved in with my mother. And my sister came and took him and helped him move in. It's good that he's safe. You know, if you listen to my video, you know, I'm happy that you're safe, and you know, I know where you are, you're safe, you're being fed, you're being looked after, which is amazing. It is just another arsenal in the narcissist's game. Manipulating your children against you, turning your children against you, to the point where the relationship is unrepairable. You know, my son is on a regular basis shouting and screaming at me, accusing me of being toxic, accusing me of being abusive, accusing me of being a narcissist, telling me that I do not know how to bring up the younger children, that I'm a terrible mother, that I've never done anything for him, that I've done the bare minimum for him, that I would have got arrested if I didn't do the bare minimum. Well, frankly, considering I have had 41 years of abuse, that I grew up in a volatile environment, that I was constantly being subjected to abuse and narcissism and bullying and harassment and humiliation on a daily basis, from the age of 16, I have been looking after my children. I have done the very best I can for my children. You know, to have a child at 16 and then to be sectioned, which is being locked up in a psychiatric unit. Sorry, I'm going to get upset now. But then still, to do your best and to bring your children up to the best you can, to the point that my children are amazing, they are successful. The eldest one is doing an amazing, you know, he's got an amazing career, he's settled, he's married, he's just had a baby, his wife has got, you know, an amazing career, so they are both doing so well. And he is so talented, he has so many abilities. He can fix up cars, he can sell things online, he cuts hair, you know, everything he puts his hand to, he is amazing at, he excels at. Then I have the second one, who's studying A-levels. He's predicted A stars and A's, mashallah. You know, he has got amazing academic record. He's very driven and confident, and that, I believe, is testament to my mothering and the fact that despite bringing up these kids practically on my own for the last 24 years, against all opposition, standing up against my family, my mother, my spouses, my in-laws, the community, the society, the world, in effect, I have done an amazing job with them. In comparison to, if you look at their cousins, if you look at the children around them, their friends, people they've grown up with, you know, my children have never ever had the best of anything. They have grown up on supermarket clothing. They have grown up on the cheapest clothing around in sales. You know, we've not had good quality food. We've not had a good quality of life. You know, we have had to live in volatile circumstances with domestic violence and abuse and narcissism on a daily basis. And yet my children have grown up to be amazing human beings. You know, that has to fall back on the fact that I have done a good job as a mother and brought them up. I'll leave it there. Take care, stay safe, have a lovely day. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment below, let me know how I'm doing, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, bye.